Donald Trump is an American hero. And what we saw last Saturday was just an amazing display of leadership and massive courage. This man has been through so much, and yet he keeps on fighting for you and America. And he has risked everything. Like the founders that signed their name on the Declaration, he is risking his life every day he's out there. He's been shot, and the Secret Service is trying to get him out, but he stops and says, wait. Now, I think he did that to show the crowd he's okay, because that's great leadership. He didn't want you worrying at home. He didn't want the people in the crowd worrying. So he says, wait. He wants to say something, it seems. Now, he doesn't know how many threats there are or where the other threats could be, but he still wants to stop. Thinking about your people first, that's an inspirational leader. And Donald Trump is an inspirational one. Giving the people hope. How many would do that? How many people would stop and not rush out? He did not cover, he did not run, he did not cower. He stopped and stood for the America that he's been standing for. Then with blood dripping on the side of his face, he raises a defiant fist and says, fight. I think he did that to say no matter what happens today or even in the future, we must go on, never give in. Now, Donald Trump's an amazing warrior, but we must also be that and defend this country peacefully and lawfully, and not just leave it to him. I think, like George Washington before him, God was watching over Donald Trump. Providence. And I don't think it was just Donald Trump. I believe it was America he was watching over last Saturday, like he did with George Washington. And in that moment where he raised his fist, I believe hope went across the nation. Faith that God is watching over us still. And I think we saw the love of the people and country from Trump yet again. When the men signed their names on the Declaration of Independence, they knew they were risking their lives. I'm sure he knew if he ran again, he would be risking his life. It's up to us, not one American hero, to do it, though, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that America continues. It's up for us to carry on the spirit of Patrick Henry and liberty. 13 colonies came together, and now we must unite as Americans and not allow ourselves to be divided by forces that have that desire us to divide us, old and young, rich and poor, black and white. We cannot allow them to divide us. We must unite and stand for freedom. We can disagree and yet still come together. Let us remember the words of Mark 3:25. If a house is divided against itself, the house will not be able to stand. What's at stake? Freedom. Heroes like Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson, Richard Henry Lee, and George Mason came before you. And they reached into the minds of men with ideas, words. You stand on that rich American legacy. You saw an inspiring and courageous American hero last Saturday when he stood for you. And now it's our time to stand and reach others peacefully with words, ideas, and the pen. Let us go forward today with courage and not fear. But let us also go forward with hope, faith, and love. Love for our country and our fellow Americans. Faith in America, freedom, and our Constitution. And the hope that this greatest nation will carry on the spirit of liberty and climb to higher and higher levels that we have never seen before in history and that only men could dream about. Thank you. God bless Donald Trump, you, and America.